وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Have you ever sneezed? What? Sneezed? Yeah, sneezed. Achoo. Yes, have you ever done that? Of course. Every human sneezes. Adam, peace and blessings be upon him, sneezed. When he sneezed, what was he commanded to say? Alhamdulillah. And the response was, Yarhamukullah. May Allah have mercy on you. Have you ever thought of how important it is to tell somebody, may Allah have mercy on you, when they sneeze? In fact, it's a right that they have on you. It's something so profound. You might be thinking, oh, okay, I knew Islam was simple, but I didn't think it was that simple. Of course, Islam is simple. Practical steps, but it's not simplistic. It's not just you sneeze and you say Yarhamukullah. There's so much more impact that happens after that. You're asking that individual to receive mercy from God. You're acknowledging that individual. The sneeze is usually loud, so you can identify who the one that sneezed was, and you can approach them. You know, sometimes when people sneeze, it's embarrassing. They don't know what's coming out. So you approach them, Yarhamukullah. You might even be able to tell them, hey, you got to wipe here or there. Regardless, sneezing is something so important that we have to start to identify that it's so much more than just the act and the response. It's what happens after. Somebody sneezes, he says Alhamdulillah, you say Yarhamukullah, and all of a sudden something more can happen there. Let me take you back a few hundred years ago when a man sneezed in the Prophet's mosque. Imagine the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam leading the prayer. You've got all these great Sahaba, and they all have memories of receiving revelation. Perhaps the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is reciting Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil, and they're remembering some of these stories that they heard. They're remembering that the Prophet was born that year, or maybe he's reciting a surah that related to Uhud or Badr, and they remember. So they're in this deep concentration. Imagine all of a sudden somebody sneezes. Choo! And there's a man who just recently converted. Perhaps the only thing he knew about Islam, besides there's only one God and Muhammad is his last and final messenger, perhaps he also knew the hadith that says the rights upon an individual are 6. And one of them is, if he sneezes, you say Yarhamukullah. So here they are in the Prophet's mosque, and this man sneezes. And this new Muslim perhaps yells out, Yarhamukullah, Yarhamukullah. And people were getting upset. In fact, people started slapping on their thighs. They were so upset. Imagine what the impression of the Muslims was for this individual. First time. After that, after the prayer was done, he was terrified. He thought they were going to hurt him. But the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to him with his presence. You know what that man said after that interaction? He said, there's no one better than this man. I want you to think about it. The next time you see somebody new in your gathering, know that they're a little anxious. Know that they're probably a little afraid. Especially young people, when you see new people coming to your school, know that they're worried all the time. They're afraid. You need to be like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And even if they do something wrong, approach them with kindness and love. Inshallah, this was impactful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ.